you guys, so I'm really excited about today's video because Wet n Wild reached out to me. They saw my last video that I did with the Comfort Zone palette and they were like, hey, we want to send you some new products. And I was like, hell yes. So they did, and they sent me a bunch of good stuff. This isn't a sponsored video or anything. They didn't even ask me to do this, so I just wanted to show you guys some new things from the spring collection, I believe it is, from Wet n Wild. They sent me some eyeshadow, some eyeliner, some mascara, face stuff, lipstick, a bunch of different things, brushes too. So I'm just going to show you guys everything that they sent me, and then I'm also going to use as much as I can on my face of the new products, and I'm mostly going to focus on this eye look that I'm wearing. So if you guys want to know how to get this look, and if you want to know my thoughts on the new Wet n Wild products, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start out with my foundation. Actually, am I? No, I'm going to start out with my eyes instead, just in case there might be any fallout. They sent me this Naturel eyeshadow palette, and this is called Bare Necessities, so I'm assuming there are different versions of this palette with different colors and stuff. So here are the shades in this palette. It kind of gives off like a naked palette vibe. There are 10 shades ranging from like light pale yellows, rose golds, browns, and then like a dark almost black. Most of these are shimmers, but there are a couple mattes like this tan and then this brown, which I'm really glad that they decided to include these because these are like the perfect matte colors that you need for an everyday look. So I'll just do some swatches for you so you can see what they look like before they're on my eyes. So these have pretty good pigmentation. I don't know if they're the same formula as the other Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes. They don't feel as smooth, but they are pretty nice. So I'm just going to prime my lid with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot as always. And as you can see, I've already done my brows because I don't have anything from the new Wet n Wild collection that would work on mine, so I just used my Anastasia Brow Definer and Brow Powder Duo in Chocolate. Okay, so this palette does not have a skin tone shade for me. I like to use an eyeshadow first that matches my skin tone, and that is matte, so I can blend all the other eyeshadows easily on top of it. So I'm just going to go into another palette, and this is just the Kat Von D Monarch. Gonna grab this guy right here and just apply this all over my lid and up to my brow. So the shadow that looks like it's gonna be best for a transition shade for me is this guy right here. It's the light taupey brown, and I'm just gonna take this on a Smith 230 brush. And I'm just gonna hold the brush at an upward angle like this and just start blending it into my crease. I'm just gonna load a little bit more onto my brush since I didn't get enough color payoff with that first application. I'm just gonna blend it right into that crease one more time. This is actually a really nice eyeshadow. It's not too pigmented to the point where there's a lot of fallout. It's not chalky. It's really easy to blend, so I'm really liking it so far. I'm gonna go in with my big blending brush. This is the Smith 232, and I don't have anything on this at the moment. I'm just gonna use this to blend out the top of that crease. To darken up the crease, I'm gonna go into this dark matte brown. And I'm taking this on my Cosette S185. I'm obsessed with this brush. How many times have I said that? I don't know, probably too many. And I'm just going to use this to blend right into the direct center of that crease. So I'm not blending it up as high as the last color. I'm going to dip my brush into the color one more time and then just add one more layer. I'm going to take a little bit more of that lighter brown that we put in the crease, and I'm just going to take this on the same blending brush and just blend these two colors together. So I think my favorite shade in this palette so far is this rosy gold color right here, and I'm just going to take this on a Smith 253. I did spray this brush with some Fix Plus just to wet it a little bit, and I'm just going to start applying this to the lid. This color surprised me. It's actually really pretty on its own. It doesn't really need like a base or anything, and I'm pretty sure you could use this without getting your brush wet and it would still apply just fine. But I do find that applying it with my finger just applies it a little bit more heavily, so you get a little bit more color payoff this way. And then I'm just going to go back in with that dark brown on this tiny little blending brush and just redefine that crease a little bit. I'm also going to take some of that dark brown on the side of this brush and just stamp it along the outer corner of my eye to add some depth and dimension to this part. So there is quite a bit of fallout with that darker color. It's okay. I didn't really tap off the excess too much, so glad I waited to do my foundation. I want the outer corner of my eye to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to take this black over here on a pencil brush, and I'm just going to stamp this over where we put that dark brown in the outer corner. And even though this black looks like it has a little bit of shimmer in it, when you look at it in the palette itself, it actually doesn't really look like it's too shimmery once you put it on. And then one more time, just going to blend whatever's left on this brush to help that black hang out a little bit better with these other colors that are on the lid and crease. Now I'm going to take a highlight shade, and I think I'm going to choose this second guy in right here because it's kind of like a light pink and it'll go with a lid color. And I'm just taking this on that same Smith brush and just applying this to the inner part of my lid. Alright, so the eyeliner that they sent me is this Mega Liner, and it's in Voltage Blue. Should I use this? Will it look good? I'm going to use it, we'll see. So this is what the bottle looks like, and it comes with a little applicator that looks like this. So it's a pretty fine tip, so it's probably going to be pretty easy to apply. You guys, this is what that liner looks like when it dries. Holy crap. If you can go to the store, I'm assuming Target probably has this, go get this. And if they have any other colors, get them and let me know how you like them. This is amazing. It's dried matte, it's not cracking or creasing. It might later on throughout the day, who knows. Typically, brighter colored eyeliners do that, but it's all good. The mascara they sent me is called Max Fanatic Cat Eye Mascara. It's got a pretty interesting brush. It's kind of curved, so it's got longer bristles on one side and then shorter bristles on the other. I really have no idea how to use this. Okay. I'm starting with the shorter bristles and just brushing it through because they're less intimidating. And I'm just going to switch to this side and see what happens. Wow, are you kidding me? I don't remember the last time I used a mascara that made my eyelashes look like this. I haven't even curled them or anything. I need to calm down. This is too exciting. I feel like I might not even have to wear false lashes with this. So moving on to foundation, I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me in the Dewy and Smooth formulation. This is in the color 110 Porcelain. And I'm going to take my Wet n Wild, this is their stipple foundation brush. And it's got this little divot in the handle so you can just rest your finger really nicely right there. It's pretty interesting. Typically don't like stippling brushes. I really prefer to use a sponge or like a dense buffing brush for foundation, but we'll see how this works. So far I'm not really liking the brush too much, to be honest. This foundation isn't a like full coverage foundation by any means, but this brush isn't really helping with the coverage. It's kind of just not building up the coverage too much, and it's looking a little bit sheer, and it doesn't really spread it around as much as I'd like it to. Plus with stippling brushes, I've just found that it really enhances like this peach fuzz that we got going on. Everybody has it, don't deny it. I guess I'm just going to stick with the whole drugstore theme, so I'm going to take my NYX HD Concealer in Porcelain, and I'm just going to apply this underneath my eyes. Then I'm also just going to take this down my nose, around my nostrils, on my chin, and then a little bit in my forehead area. And then I'm just taking some Coty Airspun loose setting powder, and I'm just going to set my under eye concealer with this. So my favorite drugstore contour powder, you guys all know, is NYX Taupe. This is the HD version, and I'm actually going to take this blush brush by Wet n Wild. It's pretty much the same concept and design, oops, there's a little flyaway here, of the last brush with the divot in the handle right here, but it's kind of like a flat, fluffy brush. I'm just going to place this in the hollows of my cheeks and use the thinner side to apply it. I know this isn't a contour brush, but I'm just trying to get the best and most use out of this to see if I like it. Because I don't really wear that much blush, to be honest. Is it just me, or is taupe warmer than it used to be? I'm confused. Alright, so I'm just going to use this Peach Blush by NYX, and I'm going to use the same brush. So something I'm noticing about this brush is that it does not pick up a lot of the product. It is very soft, but that's okay for me because I'm not somebody that likes a lot of strong blush. So if you're not like a huge blush fan, then this just applies a really nice soft layer. My hair is getting crazier by the second. So I don't have any of their new highlighters, so I'm wondering if I should try to use one of these lighter shades as a highlighter. I think I'll try this guy. Oh, wait a second. Totally forgot, they sent me this shimmer palette, and it is the... I don't know what the name of this one is. It doesn't really say, but it looks like it's going to be too dark for me anyways. Oh yeah, that's way too dark. It is really pretty though, so if you have deep skin, this will look gorgeous on you. This eyeshadow isn't really doing a bad job though. It's not super shimmery, it's not super bright, but it does just add a really nice light glow. Okay, so now I can finally move back to the eyes. I'm going to finish up this lower lash line. And I'm going to go in with this lighter brown right here. And I'm taking this on the Smith 220 and just running this all the way across. And then I'm just going to blend that out even more with that Cosette brush. And I do want to add just a little bit more of this dark brown right here to the lower lash line. So I'm just going to take a tiny little fluffy brush and apply this to the outer half. And then for the inner corner, I'm just going to go back in with this light pink and just apply it with my pinky. And I'm going to put a little bit of that light yellow on top of it just to brighten it a little bit more. I'm just going to add one quick coat of mascara to my lower lashes. So I got too excited about the mascara apparently, and I forgot that there are a couple other face products that I could have tried, but I just forgot. This is the dual-ended contour stick. It reminds me of the one that NYX has. I think it's called the Wonder Stick. I'm just going to swatch this for you guys. I also have the e.l.f. contour kit and illuminating kit. So if you want to see like a video on drugstore contour and highlight palettes and cream contour products, then I'll just do that and I'll include the e.l.f. palettes and this guy in that one video. Nonetheless, here are the swatches of that contour stick. The contour looks a little bit warm, so I'm not sure how that's going to look on my pale skin. The highlight, however, is pretty light, so I think that might actually work out. And then they did send me a handful of lipsticks, but I'm not sure if any of the ones that they sent me are going to look good with this eye look, so I'm just going to swatch them on my hand and then decide if I'm going to wear one of them. So this is just one of their regular bullet, I guess, lipsticks, and it's called Fuchsia with Blue Pearl, which is a pretty fitting name. And here's what it looks like on the skin. It is very moisturizing. It's not matte, so it does have a little bit of a sheen to it. This next color is called Hot Paris Pink. Same consistency and feel of the last lipstick, it's just a little bit more on the warm pink side. And then I have a couple of these Mega Slick Crayon type lipsticks. This one is called Truffle in Paradise. It's kind of just a warm brown color. I'm not a huge fan of these. I haven't tried them on my lips, but it just looks like it applies kind of patchy and it's very sheer. And I just really like a nice matte lipstick instead. And this is the other one. It's in the shade Meiju Pink. I think these will work for some people that like a sheer lipstick, something that's not too heavy. And then I just have these two Velvet Matte lip colors. One is in Lilac and one is in Hickory Smoked. And that's what those look like right there. I just decided to go for it and try this Velvet Matte lip color in Lilac. It was my favorite one out of the bunch, and I just figured go big or go home. I never wear bright colors like this on my lips, so I just thought it'd be fun with the eyeliner. And I actually like how it feels. It's not super drying. It is pretty moisturizing for a matte lip product. It does cling to my dry patches just a little bit though, so I'm probably going to take this off if I go anywhere after this. And then really quickly, I just wanted to show you guys the rest of the products that I didn't get to use today. They sent me a few of these Color Icon Kohl eyeliner pencils. They have a nude one, which is too dark for my skin tone, so I can't really use this in my waterline. They have a purplish blue and then a brown. So that's what those look like. The nude and the purple were really scratchy, and I don't think I would use those on my eyes, but the brown was really smooth. This is an Ultimate Brow Mascara, and I was really excited about this because I love brow mascaras. Like the NYX one is my favorite. It looks pretty similar, but this one is just too light for my hair, so I didn't use it. It's in the shade You Got Auburned. I would be interested in trying this if it were a darker color though, so I might have to go to Target and see if they have any darker ones. So this is the blush that I forgot to wear. It's called Mellow Wine. It comes with this little brush, but to be honest, who's gonna use this? Pretty pigmented on my finger there, and then when you swatch it, it is also pretty pigmented, but it looks like you can blend it out pretty easily. Alright, and then last but not least, these are probably some of my favorite things that they sent. They sent me a few of these One Step Wonder Gel nail polishes. And I was really excited about this because Kathleen Lights talks about these all the time, and they sent me All That Jazzy, which is what I'm wearing on my fingers today. I applied these about 3 days ago. It's actually holding up really, really well. I mean, for the most part, no matter what nail polish I use and no matter what I put on top of it, it always gets smudged and like starts peeling off. These haven't peeled off too much. Well, I guess I'd say on like 4 of my nails it's starting to come off a little bit, but usually by this time I'd be able to just like tear it off and just pick all of the nail polish off, but it's pretty heavy duty and it feels good. This one is called It's Sherbet Day, so it's just a bright pink. And then this is Condensed Milk, and it's just a light tannish white color. I almost forgot, this is one of the most exciting things. So they came out with this setting spray, it's called Photo Focus, and I was really excited when I saw this in the package because Glam Life Guru, or Tati here on YouTube, I'm sure you guys know who she is. She's awesome. She does a lot of really cool drugstore makeup videos. She was raving about this, so I'm excited to try it. To be honest, I'm not the kind of person that like thinks setting spray changes my life when it comes to makeup, but I know that a lot of people do swear by setting sprays. So if you're someone who really likes setting spray and you have to use it every time you do your makeup, I would try this out because it's really affordable, and I mean, Tati likes it, so. Alright you guys, so that's it for the video. I hope you liked learning about these new products. If you have any of these that you've picked up, then let me know what you think of them. If there's anything new from that line that you think I should get that I didn't mention in this video, let me know. And thank you to Wet n Wild for sending me these products. I love them. Honestly, Wet n Wild is like tied with NYX for my favorite drugstore brand, I would say. If you were to ask me what I was most excited about out of everything that I tried, I think, so okay, First of all is the mascara. I didn't put on fake eyelashes. This is weird for me. So I will keep you guys updated if anything changes about this, like if they start to look like shit at the end of the day. I will type down in the description box, so make sure you check that for an update. Other than that, I really like this eyeliner. It still hasn't cracked or anything. And then I would also say that this eyeshadow palette is really nice. If you are just getting into makeup, or if you want to start like investing in more eyeshadow palettes, but you don't want to spend $50+ on a palette from Sephora, I would suggest starting out with this one. It's hard to find eyeshadows that are actually like a pretty good quality at the drugstore, in my opinion, but Wet n Wild has been one of those brands that have always impressed me with their eyeshadows, at least over the past couple years or so. Alright you guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!